Hello everyone, this is Puvara Kaushik from 3rd year IT, ISNO Institute of Technology, Bhimvaram. In today's session, we are discussing about some JavaScript concepts which includes closure, callbacks, promises, async and await, and creating an application called to do using closure. First of all, we discuss about the closure. What do you mean by closure? Closure are nothing but it is used for data hiding, persistent data, and functional programming. It has in closure in JavaScript is a feature where an inner function remembers the variables from its outer function. So as the program represent, we have created an outer function in which it contains an inner function. As we give console.log outer variable, inner variable as inner variable. Now let us create another variable called constant example in which it calls a outer function with hello, and it calls closure example of world in which it represents outer variable as hello and inner variable as world. Benefits of using closure are data encapsulation, maintainability, avoid global variables. No need of any kind of global variables. Each instance of will have its own independent to-do list. In this example, outer function returns inner function. The inner function remembers the outer variable due to closure. Even after outer function finishes, closure example can easily access the outer variable. And let us come to the next topic, which includes callback. In this, we have written an example which consists of register user function, send email function, fetch user function, and register user function. Now let us explain the code. In this, register user runs and calls the callback after 2 seconds, as we have given the set timeout as 2000, it represents 2 seconds, and send email after runs the registration user, then calls the callback after 1 second, as here it represents 1000 value, and fetch user data runs after send email function, then calls the callback after 1.5 seconds, as it represents 1500. And then this is known as callback hell because of the nested function we use, which makes the code hard to use, read, and maintain. So we have given an timeout for each function so that it can easily concurrent many functions. First it send mail and fetch user data, and after 2 seconds it registers the user. In this way we can use callback in which it represents first we said like user fetch data completed successfully, welcome email sent successfully, user registered successfully. The three activities will happen after a certain timeout which I have given by the user. Now let us go to the next topic. This next topic is promises, which is similar to callbacks, but we uses catch function, so that instead of timeouts, in this the each function returns a promise. We change the then method to call each function sequentially. If any of these functions fails, like reject, the catch will be executed to handle errors. No nested functions like in callbacks, which makes the code more readable and maintainable. The approval of the callback is nothing but the promises, similar which is look similar to code like callback, but we have users like register user. We have given a name and the password, so that first it executes send email, and then it executes fetch data, and again in a click it shows that all operations are completed. If any of them will reject or catch error, it will show an error. The next topic is async and await. The next topic is async and await. In this, the syntax looks like synchronous, like which represents the flash structure. Error handling can be done using try and catch blocks. Readability is easiest to read. Reliability makes most feasible and simple structure. As we see promises, we use .catch, but here we use the try and catch so that the await and async operations are to be performed. And the async await syntax is a cleaner, more readable way to work with promises. It allows you to wait for each asynchronous function to complete before moving to the next line, just like synchronous code. And the final topic that we are going to discuss is about the creation of a to-do list application using closure, callback, promises, and async, which we have discussed before. First, the create to-do list is a function is the core of this example. it creates a closure, which because it returns an object that has access to do's array even after the function execution ends. Inside this function, there is a private variable called to-dos, so that the functions or the tasks that are to be completed or marked as complete, so that one can understand easily tasks that are remaining and the tasks that are to be completed at a certain period of time. And then we have created another inner functions which are add to do, view to do, remove to do. Add to do represents the tasks that are to be added to the to do list. View to do represents the tasks that are to be viewed, that are to should be complete, that should be neglected by a user. And delete task, it represents when the tasks that are to be completed should marked as complete, so that we can easily delete the task. And the next is returning the functions. The object that is returned by the create to do list function contains the method add, view, remove, as we discussed before, which returns from the functions add to do, view to do, and remove to do using the to do list. To do list can be added so that one can easily should know what are the tasks that are to be completed, that are to be mentioned, that are to be neglected by the user. We have created 3 tasks to be added to the to-do list, like learn JavaScript closures, build a to-do app, master async activate. If we first this executes view tasks, so that the tasks that are to be added in the to-do list are viewed and mark as complete of 2. As we know, the indexing start from 2 0, so that the second index task, which represents master async as await, is marked as complete. And after marked as complete, we view tasks again. So delete tasks of 1, which represents build a to do app, so that the when a task is marked as complete, it represents that no need of doing any task which is marked as completed. And then deleted task represents so that the task can be deleted, so the user need not to be done and the completion of task is complete. Here we uses close. And key concepts are included in the to-do list are closure, encapsulation, private state. Closure is created when a function is defined inside another function, so that in this case the function which are included in another functions are add to do, view to do, and remove to do are having access to the to-dos array, so that we can create to-do list has finished executing. Encapsulation: the to-dos array is kept private and cannot be accessed directly from the outside to-do list function, so that we can use or modified or viewed to the methods provided like add, view, remove. Private state: the state of the to-dos array is private to each instance of the create to-do list. When you call create to-do list, a new closure is created with its own to-dos array. This means each to-do list is independent of others. We can created as many to-do list required by the user, in which each to-do list has its own closure. Thank you.